Welcome back to The Lead, continuing now the politics lead. Read any good articles lately, Mr. President? Former National Security Council spokesman Tommy Vitor gave us a little insight into his old boss's reading habits in an interview for BuzzFeed.com.
He reads Josh Barro and he reads Ezra and Jonathan Chait and all these people that are sort of young up-and-comers.
So you have to wonder if the president had a chance to read New York Magazine's Jonathan Chait's latest piece this morning titled, "If you like your plan, you can keep it." Well, not exactly. The piece corrects the president on his frequent promise that nothing would change under the Affordable Care Act for people who already have health insurance coverage, a pledge that the White House is already backpedaling from.
What is absolutely true is that if you had a plan before the Affordable Care Act that you liked on the individual market, and your insurance company didn't take that away from you and offer you instead something else that you then purchased, but they provided you the same plan this whole time, you can keep it. And that's true.
Let's bring in the panel. CNN political commentator and Republican strategist Ana Navarro, Washington bureau chief for USA Today Susan Page, and columnist for the Washington Post Dana Milbank. Dana, what we just heard Mr. Carney say doesn't quite fit into a bumper sticker.
No, or I think even into a tweet. It would take a bit of effort to get that out each time. And that was the problem. So the president used shorthand earlier, and now he's going to be paying the price for it. And, you know, he could have explained, look, under the existing system, people lose their health care plan all the time, and nothing about this is going to change that. But he didn't. And now this president and the Democrats own everything about health care. Anything bad that happens to anybody, anywhere, in any hospital in this country is now going to be blamed on Obamacare.
And a Republican Congressman Fred Upton of Michigan, he's introducing the Keep Your Health Plan Act to push back on this. It would allow any insurance plans that were in effect on January 1st, 2013 to continue in 2014. But this has no chance of making it through the Senate, does it? Do you think this actually could become a law?
You know, very little right now can become a law given the environment in Washington, Jake. But I think you're going to see a lot of backlash from the public, from the American people, calling their congressmen, their senators, calling the White House angry at this. Because you've got a lot of people, a lot of individuals like the woman you just interviewed, like our colleague, David Frum, who tweeted the other day about his plan being canceled. So believe you me, when a lot of people in the media start getting their plans canceled, you're going to hear about it a lot.
Susan, I think one of the issues here is that there was, as Dana suggested, there was a simplicity to how these things were explained. Obviously, as Dana says, and I think Dan Pfeiffer said this to me weeks ago, people get dumped from their health care plans all the time. Insurance companies cancel plans all the time. The rate of turnover for individual plans is somewhere between 40 and 67% every year anyway. But there were promises made in selling this bill that the president is having trouble keeping a straight face when explaining why they didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, that's true, and it's been damaging to the perception of Obamacare. We continue to have a situation where most Americans say it was a bad idea to pass this law 3.5 years after it was signed into law. But I do think we're about to get to the point where reality will begin to matter, so that if they get the website up and running by the end of November, which they promised to do, that promise repeated on Capitol Hill today, and if it works so people can go on and see their options and see what their subsidy is, and it provides them with health care that they can afford, none of this is going to matter. It's going to be fine. People are going to support Obamacare. But if it doesn't work, and especially if they don't have that website up and running by November 30th, the perception that Obamacare was a mistake, I think, starts to get set in stone, and it becomes very serious business for President
Look, you
Obama.
only get one chance to make a first impression in life, and the first impression of Obamacare is not a good one. What Susan just said may be true, but there's a lot of ifs in the sentence that Susan just articulated. So if all those things happen, but in the meantime, for the next 2 months, you're going to hear all these stories of American people that are very angry with what's happening, whether it's the website or the cancellation of plans or losing jobs or being turned into part-time workers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Senator Lindsey Graham tweeted something I just want to get a quick reaction from Dana on. He wrote, "Where are the Benghazi survivors? I'm going to block every appointment in the U.S. Senate until they are made available to Congress." Dana, do you think that's actually possible? Is he going to really be able to block every appointment until Benghazi survivors testify?
Well, look, Lindsey Graham has to say that because Lindsey Graham is going to face a primary challenge on the right, and he's already seen his caving on the deal on the debt limit. So he has to start getting right with his base there in South Carolina. I don't think it has a whole lot to do with Benghazi.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all. Listen,
right.
this is a man who's reached across the aisle, who's done things like go against the government shutdown, who's worked on immigration. He has shown no lack of political courage. I think he's frustrated on Benghazi, and he should be.